Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Place to Tabaxi, where we have finally arrived at the Sahuagin Fortress, and it looks like it is guarded.
The sahuagin have captured the seaside fortress from the lizard folk. They're using it as their base of operations for their invasion of the coast.
Well, we're not going to allow that, are we? Let's go in and deal with some Sahuagin. It looks like Oceanus did manage to get off that ship.
The fortress shakes down to its foundations. Was that an earthquake or some form of sorcery?
No idea. Good to see you again, Pinepur. I thought I'd repay the debt to you for freeing me, and it occurred to me that you might need some underwater help. You're not really built for operating below the waters, after all. I'm no warrior, but I'm sure I could sneak past a bunch of blundering Sahuagin. What would you like me to do? I need to assassinate the Sahuagin High Priestess. I don't suppose you can help me with that, any? Oh no, I'll leave the swordplay to you, but perhaps I could find a way to distract her, or some other Sahuagin if you prefer. Or maybe you'll like me to track down some hidden treasure. I'll bet the Sahuagin have some nice things stashed away. Alright, so go to a lower level to distract the Sahuagin patrols, lower levels to find some hidden treasure, or find the High Priestess and distract her while I attack. How about distract some of the Sahuagin patrols?
I'll head to the lower level and try to distract a couple of sahuagin patrols.
Alright. And what was the Irtos? And did you feel that, Pinepur? Clearly the Sahuagin have cursed this place. Soon it will sink beneath the waves. The lizard folk will abide by our agreement. We will guard the entrance to the fortress. We will make sure that no Sahuagin reinforcements arrive from shore. Yet we will not follow you down into this cursed place. Right. Okay. That way the adventurers have something to do, I guess. And we enter into the...
Armed Sahuagin surround an alarm gong at the upper entrance to the fortress.
Well then, it's time for us to deal with them then. That it? Well, that's one Sahuagin group. Uh-oh. Hey. You see anything in the area? Oh. I guess that's a rather nasty looking thing, isn't it? Looks like a sonic trap of some sort. Maybe it's just one that's easy to bypass once you know where it's at. Some traps are that way. Hey, get out of there! Yeah, don't get yourself... Oh, hello! Now let's go through here piece by piece and find out what's down here at the first level. And what we're going to find are going to be a great number of Sahuagin, most likely. Speaking of which...
From the look of it, this room will become the quarters of an important Sahuagin once the renovations are complete.
Well, we will just renovate the Sahuagin that are inside of this place. There you go. Good. And I'm just wondering, what kind of beds would Sahuagin use? Sounds like a rather weird question to be asking if you want my opinion, but sometimes one comes up with weird questions. Oh. Okay, there we go. I was expecting that turret to be a little bit faster on the uptake, if you ask me, but I I guess if it decides not to fire until it's too late, it's its prerogative. But why should I complain if something chooses not to fire at me?
This looks and smells like it's the place where the sahuagin dispose of their garbage.
Yeah, okay. Hello. Yeah. Well, we could take care of the garbage then. And that gives you all new meaning to the term trash mob. And I know it's a side boss, but... Alright, let's see. So, it's a trash mob more in the literal sense than in the figurative sense. There we go. Now, let's bring that in and continue on our way. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah. I've thought that those things were a little bit more effective than they were, but maybe as long as you get close to them, you can easily take them out. Or
You hear the clang of hammers and the scrape of shovels nearby.
Scrape of shovels. Someone's digging. Digging for what? I have no idea. I'm sure we'll find out in a moment. Now we're in the green section. First blue, then green. Do we get cyan in the middle or something? A memorandum. Supply officer. Breathing potions are insufficient for the slaves. They need to be able to work underwater for longer periods. Fetch the breathing device and place it in the banquet hall on the second level. Baroness Seclaz. So that means we'll need a breathing device that we'll find on the second level then. Alright, that'll be useful information. That means there are going to be some parts, of course, where a breathing device is going to be necessary. Now, can I remember this place if I ever need to come back for some healing? I guess we'll find out. First, let me take care of all of the outer sections. Then we can worry about the central area. Really? Well, I'm not too sure whether this is a good idea or not. Okay, fine. Let's just open this up and deal with them without having to stick my hands and knives through bars. Hi. Now why... Oh. Why did you go and close the door? Because I think that lever is why it's shut. And it wasn't exactly the most useful delaying
Chains on the wall indicate that this room is used to house slaves. At first you think there's no one here, but then you hear the wheeze of labored breathing. A lone figure lies curled up in the far corner.
Slaves! Did you find my journal pages? Too late. You'll be drowned soon. I'll be dead before that happens. Rather die dry anyway. But maybe the others? Ernar? You agreed? Hush now. I'm here to rescue you. The old man's breathing becomes even more labored. Yet! Safe! Everybody! Sometimes, best you can do is go down fighting. Wish I had.
There's nothing you can do. Despite your best efforts, the exhausted slave dies. His last words asking about his comrades and the fate of his journal.
Of his journal, alright. Okay, let's go in here. and see if we could.
Construction tools nearby and new tile on the walls show that the Sahuagin are converting this old lizard folk fortress into their own military base.
Into a military base. That's going to be a problem. We have to deal with that problem. Well, I assume that that is a sahuagin decoration here, that they've already gotten rid of all the lizard folk decoration. At least that's what I'm telling myself as I smashed them all to pieces. Then again, I smashed up lots of crates in the lizard folk lair, so what am I saying? We are back to blue. And another turret. Well, that one lasted longer than the previous ones. Now, I think that we are getting back to where we began. Oh. Hi. So Pocket groups defeated. I've got 5 more groups to kill, looks like. I'm sure that'll happen easily by the time we are done with this. I think we have gotten all the outer area now. Oh! Lots and lots and lots of sahuagin. And your turn. Oh, thank you for the heal. That was useful. Alright, good. Now, what have we got this? But actually, I could use another one also on top of the one you gave me before. Good, thank you. Oh, that's just a bedroom. Probably just... must be officers' quarters because they have a rather low number of beds for a barracks, that's for sure. Now... oh, another memorandum? Chief Engineer, your slaves must redouble their efforts. Fortress renovations must be complete by the time the High Priestess arrives. The wagon she has found will bring many allies with her. We must make ample space to store them in. Right. Whew. Now where do I go? There's more down the hallway, so we'll head over there. Let's head to the second area that we passed earlier. It looks like there is an alarm there. Ah, now we are in the red area. So we've got RGB. It's like a monitor. Now, let's see what we've got around here. Slaves' quarters? Well, there's a journal page. We are being forced to help the sahuagin renovate the old lizardfolk fortress. I have hidden these notes where only other slaves will find it. The sahuagin pay little attention to the areas under renovation. Fellow slaves, do not despair. If we work together, perhaps we can escape our captors. And there are 6 more of those. Not too sure I've ever successfully found all 7 of them, but who knows? Maybe someday I will. Though, I have a feeling that this is not the day. And there is one more section to find. And that will be the section that actually has the stairs to the 2nd level. That will be right here. I think.
At first, you think you found a morgue. Then you realize you found something worse. The Sahuagin's larder.
Okay. The larder is worse than the kitchen. Okay, maybe I should have gone in the other direction so that I would not have wound up in the larder. Oh well. Ah, this is the way down. Open up.
Captive lizard folk work on one side of this chamber, forced to renovate what was once their own fortress. Sahuagin soldiers guard the slaves. The lizard folk slaves seize their chance and turn on their Sahuagin masters.
Well, then we could help expedite that. Since you oppose the sahuagin, you will find allies in the lizard folk. Now we will leave this place. Okay. Now, what do I have here? Ah, yes. We have a lever. Ah. And now, does he have any clues? The lizard folk owe you a debt. You have been giving us a chance to earn our freedom. To seize our freedom, yes. Alright. Ah. Now into the depths. Now we head into the second level, which is where you'll find me in the next episode of Piney Plays the Tabaxi. Actually, let's continue the current episode.
The fortress shakes, and the water covering the floor rises slightly.
Slightly. Another memorandum. All personnel, the ritual continues. The priestesses assure me that the second level will be underwater by the end of the day. Make arrangements to move the slaves to that level by that time. Labor is at a premium, and we wish to minimize losses. Alright. Baroness Seklas. Well. Alright. Guess it's time for us to do some exploration. Let's go with our instincts and follow right hand rule. Find out what we've got down here. We have nothing. They heard that I was coming and they all ran away. That's it. No, not quite. Hi! Did you run away? Do you want to run away? You want to die? Another group. Oh, we have 6 groups. No, we have 1 group left. And I have 6 journal pages left that I don't think I'm ever going to finish. But that's another matter. No. Oh my goodness gracious. What a decorative place. Looks like a mess hall. If I have my way, there will be quite a mess here. A coral urn. Coral decorations. Sahuagin. Everything you need. Did I see? Sahuagin is what's for dinner. That's right. Now, where were we? Oh, so I thought I saw a spear fly around here. There you go. Now, did I see a... No, that was just a crude altar. You obtain a vial of pure water. Ah, well, there's plenty of water in this area. Oh, and over here.
This must be a hatchery, where the Sahuagin carefully guard their eggs.
Well, I'll make sure that none of them hatch for you, right? You're trying to make sure they don't hatch. I presume that's why you were guarding them so carefully, is to keep them from hatching, right? What do you mean? Well, too bad. Now let's see what's in this area. Probably more sahuagin, more... Yeah, just more sahuagin. I can't think of anything else that I'm going to be finding in this area, because that seems to be what enjoys being around. Actually, did I manage to... Actually, what is in this place? somebody's room, apparently. I doubt there are any of those journal pages here. But there is one of those things. There you go. Now, what next? I need to light another signal crystal before I'm able to head on through the gate. And I believe that will be down this way. Yeah, but oh, I was expecting a simple switch or something like that, but it looks like instead it's one of these contraptions. And oh, we need to go like that, which means we need to go like that, like that. Actually, or is that going to be? I have a feeling. Yeah, it's going to be like that. It has to go all the way down, right? Yeah. Let's see, we want that, and finally. Oh. Well, gotta be some way of handling this a little bit more easily. Oh. No, because it can't be going down that way. La 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 la. Right, right, right. Because going that way, this is it completely. Oh, of course. We go down that way, then we go up this way, up that way. Ah, now, that means we've finally opened up the way from the foyer of the second level, and we can go into the second level areas proper, and that's what we are going to be doing in the next episode of Piney Plays The Tabaxi.